With your CIGTV News Update, I'm Donna Bush. Thanks as always for joining us. We begin with Monday's humanitarian relief flight to the Bahamas. Premier the Honorable Alden McLaughlin, his senior advisor and a CIGTV videographer made the trip to take medical supplies for Abaco and Grand Bahama, the islands hardest hit by Hurricane Dorian recently. As the plane landed in the Bahamas, Premier McLaughlin met with Bahamian Prime Minister Hubert Minnis, his team, and the media, who asked Premier McLaughlin why it was important for him to personally deliver the aid.
Well, there's a great deal of solidarity for the Bahamas at home. You know, they say, who feels it knows it. We felt it. We had two serious hurricanes in the recent past, Ivan and Paloma, that devastated both of our islands, Grand Cayman and Cayman Brac. So we know firsthand what you're going through, although Dorian is like nothing anyone has ever seen before, quite frankly. And so it was important for us not to be able to just deploy our helicopter and crew to help, or indeed just to provide some support in terms of medical supplies. But I wanted to come personally to speak to the Prime Minister, whom I know, and to convey on behalf of the people of the Cayman Islands and the government of the Cayman Islands our solidarity, our sympathy, and our undertaking to help in any way going forward that we possibly can, using our experiences to assist and guide some of the recovery efforts.
The plane filled with medical supplies was quickly unloaded to nearby trucks. The supplies were given in by 3 local hospitals that joined forces to help the victims of Hurricane Dorian in the Bahamas. The Cayman Islands Health Services Authority, Chrissy Tomlinson Memorial Hospital, and Health City Cayman Islands rallied together to donate over 4,000 pounds in goods with the help of Cayman Airways to the Bahamian Ministry of Health. Now, the collaboration extended beyond the hospitals with key logistic support from the governor's office and Chief Medical Officer Dr. John Lee, who assisted in making contact with officials on the ground in the Bahamas possible.
I'd just like to re-emphasize the sentiments of the Prime Minister, who indicated how important it is to have friends in a time of need, and for Cayman to step forward at this time and to deliver to us medicine that will be able to help our people following this very dramatic and disastrous event is immeasurable. It is always good too to be able to share in a common experience, which our two leaders were able to share in, Cayman not being so far removed from such a dramatic event itself. It's good to have partners. It's good to have international and regional partners that will reach out to you in your time of need and begin to address some of those needs, to hold your hand in a time of storm and help you to recover. And so my heart goes out to the good people of Cayman Islands for their benevolence in this time, and we ask for continued prayers and as we work and walk the long road of recovery here in the Bahamas.
Survivors of Hurricane Dorian will receive items needed for medical care, such as medications, diapers, gloves, bandages, and gauze. In addition to the supplies, though, HSA's EMS manager, Stephen Duval, coordinated with U.S.-based ambulance supplier Global Medical Response to facilitate the donation of 8 ambulances to the affected islands of Grand Bahama and Abaco. The coordination and collaboration required to bring together the sizable donation from Cayman's healthcare community was a grassroots effort between both public and private hospitals to provide medical relief to the people of the Bahamas, said Minister of Health, the Honorable Dwayne Seymour. Meantime, officials from all 3 hospitals say they are happy to be part of the relief efforts. Turning now to news from the financial services industry, the Ministry of Financial Services recently updated hundreds of industry practitioners in the Cayman Islands on the latest developments within financial services. Minister for Financial Services, the Honorable Tara Rivers, said maintaining an open dialogue with industry practitioners is crucial as Cayman continues to evolve in the dynamic global environment.
But industry has a role to play, and it is for us to determine how we best play those roles in an effective manner. And I think that message is starting to resonate, because I know there's lots more initiatives along those lines. So I want to thank you for those of you who have taken up the challenge to start to engage more actively with your counterparts, as I said, in other jurisdictions and clients alike. So for us, The ministry, as I said, has successfully engaged internationally, but we also do so from a position of informed and being an informed position. And we can only do that when we hear from you in such a way that we have, and so that making sure that in our efforts to respond to the international challenges and the changes that are happening globally that's affecting us, we do so from a position of strength as best as possible. We do know that there's lots of things happening. Changes seems to be escalating at a pace that, you know, people would say, we've never seen this type of change happening so quickly on so many fronts. The reality is that's the world we live in. I wish I could give you a more, you know, maybe for some of you, a different message. But the fact is, we are, and we have committed to being standard setters as it relates to international and adopting best practice. And that we have seen over the years has helped us to stay competitive, has helped us to stay leaders in the industry. Some of you in this room may be new to the jurisdiction and new to the practice of whatever area you are in the jurisdiction. Some of you have been here for many, many decades and have seen these changes as they come along. And I know every time that there is a pivotal change, you know, you have people say the sky is going to fall, but lo and behold, the next day the sun shines and the jurisdiction just continues to grow from strength to strength. And that is certainly the perspective that this government wants to continue. And so we do appreciate, and I look forward to, and I ask that you will continue to understand and be adaptable, be flexible, and be as responsive as you have been when we have gone out and asked for feedback, which I know is in very tight circumstances sometimes. But again, those deadlines aren't something that we dream up. Those deadlines are often driven by the external pressures which the ministry is put under. But they understand and appreciate how much stakeholder engagement means to us as a government. And so even though they are put under extreme time pressures, they also know that I want to hear, well, how does industry feel about X, Y, and Z proposal before we put a final response.
Minister Rivers also said, we look forward to similar updates and events that allow for ongoing constructive consultation with the industry. Over 400 industry professionals actually attended the event, where they also heard updates from the Cayman Islands Monetary Authority. Some topics included the Common Reporting Standard, economic substance, annual returns, virtual assets, and beneficial ownership. Finally, His Excellency the Governor, Mr. Martin Roper, gave a surprise performance when he toured the Sunrise Adult Training Center in West Bay recently. During the 2-hour visit organized by the Governor's office, Mr. Roper met staff and clients and officially opened the facility's state-of-the-art multimedia production studio. The studio was fully funded by the AALL Foundation, one of the center's longest standing supporters. The studio functions as a quiet place, assists with transitions from one learning area to another, and will be used as a music therapy room. Governor Roper also visited program areas and reviewed the center's functional academics, life skills, and arts and crafts courses. Now let's take a look at the weather forecast for our area from the National Weather Service. Light winds and slight seas are expected over the Cayman area for the next 24 hours due to a weak pressure gradient that's across the Northwest Caribbean. Looking at the radar images, you can see isolated showers around the Cayman area moving towards the southwest. Looking at the latest weather forecast, we can expect partly cloudy skies with a 30% chance of showers. The likelihood of those showers and possible thunder will increase slightly overnight. Winds are from the northwest 5 to 10 knots, becoming light and variable by tonight. Seas will be slight with wave heights of 1 to 3 feet. Now, if you'd like additional weather information, you can visit the Weather Service's website. That's weather.gov.ky. The latest forecast can also be found on their Facebook page, as well as Weather Channel Radio Channel 107.9 FM. And don't forget, you can also download the National Weather Service's app, CINWS, on your phone to have the latest weather information at all times. If you happen to have missed today's news update, you can go to the Cayman Islands Government Facebook page as well as the CIG Television YouTube channel. I'm Donna Bush. Thanks for watching. Have a great night.